Urban African American youth have been the keepers of the Anacostia for the past decade. To engage the waterfront that's right in our backyards, to learn about it, and then be able to teach others about it is what we did. And when we did that, we not only enhanced our own lives, but we touched so many more people. I've contributed over 1,700 hours to helping restore the Anacostia River, educate others about it through media arts and fine arts, and it's been amazing. I've had to at least help directly remove at least 4 tons of waste from this river. When I joined the Earth Conservation Corps, I was homeless. I was actually staying on campus at the University of Maryland, and one of my partners was going there. He fed me on his lunch card. I stayed in the dorm with him and 3 other roommates, and I spent a lot of time in the library studying, fashion merchandising and business, because I was in the fashion design. And I still make my hats to this day, when I get a chance. I came to Earth Conservation Corps with the artistic spirit, and so I engaged in the river restoration work in multiple ways, but one of the main ways was through media arts, through fine art. And I landed a film production and editing internship at the National Geographic headquarters, and really worked on some cool projects with them. And then I ran into a professional artist, Ryan Peck, who's done a lot of public art in the area. He became a mentor to me and helped me step my actual painting and art game up to the next level. And all of these experiences I've gained from working on the Anacostia River. It was very interesting. We're based in DC, but Anacostia watershed goes up to Bladensburg, and of course it ultimately connects with the Chesapeake Bay. A lot of truckers would dump because they don't want to pay those $500-$600 dumping fees to dump it the right way, and you just see all types of engines, car brakes, shopper cars. You see all types of rubbish, especially tires. There's so many tires just all over the place in that creek, and we cleaned that place up like it was nobody's business. We were involved on a grassroots level, on a direct river restoration level, on a policy level, working with the river keeper and the EPA, helping enforce policy. A lot of illegal dumping activities that we discovered. There's a lot of water testing that we did. There's a lot of indigenous species, the plant life and animal life that we help to protect with our efforts here on the Anacostia River. And the people that were out here were young men and women who could easily become a victim in the streets to violence or drugs or crime or whatever. And this is how we began to change our lives. It's well documented that there are a lot of environmental pollution hazards, more so by lower income communities and African American communities, period. You see over there in Ward 7, had the Pepco power plant that emitted a lot of coal pollution, and we have higher cases of asthma and bronchitis as a result. And over here we have a water sanitation plant that emits foul odors, and it's just a trend that you see. Environmental justice, where you see social and economic justice. And us being your urban African American youth, standing up to take the call to engage in all of these issues at a young age. Being in touch with the environment does something to you. It gives you a higher sense of existence and meaning on this planet. You would look at a young man like me, and you look at me with my cap on and my jeans on, my tennis shoes, and, I'm stereotyped a lot in the media, you know what I mean? Young black men are thugs, and they're uncivilized, whatever the latest stereotype is today, and it's just not true. I'm a creative genius. I'm a very intelligent person, and looking at me, you wouldn't know that. You would be quick to put me in a category. Looking at us, you would think we're all, something that we're not, and you would never guess that it's urban African American youth from poor communities who've been protecting the Anacostia River watershed for the past 2 decades. All types of injustices and discrimination exist in America. And until we can deal with those injustices, it's going to be hard to solve problems on the environmental front, because we still can't solve social problems. We still look at each other like we're crazy. We don't want to share. Some people think that only they should be the gatekeepers of resources and new ideas and etc. Our alumni are still giving back. You got Rodney, who was in Time magazine with a bunch of guns laid out on his living room floor. He was out in the streets heavy, in the times of Rayful Edmonds and Wayne Perry, and he turned all that away to make $5.15 an hour working here off Earth Conservation Corps, like we all did. And now he's one of the only licensed African-American falconers on the East Coast, period. Amazing guy. With the War Arts and Culture Council, our mission is to facilitate socio-economic development via arts, culture, and technology. And we have some amazing programs. Arts, culture, and technology is so relevant to environmentalism, because you need creativity and innovation to solve a lot of these problems out here. And arts and culture presents a platform to engage people about all types of issues that they would normally engage. You may not, read an article or go do research about issues facing the Anacostia River or the Chesapeake Bay, but you see a beautiful mural about it, or you see a cool video or hear a cool song about it, now your interest is sparked. Now you've been engaged in a way you normally wouldn't have been.
My name is Alicia Jefferson. I'm Director of Technology for the Ward 8 Arts and Culture Council. 3D printing. It's commonly used for prototyping, but as the technology has advanced, more and more uses are becoming beneficial for the average user and general businesses. Particularly with the Anacostia River, 3D technology can be very effective in helping to create special enclosed cases, sensors that are used for monitoring water quality and the quality of plant and wildlife. We can use different sensors that relate to the water current, soil quality, pollution counts, and also we can use now, with the availability of Cube satellites, we can actually use sensors to do monitoring on fish count and migration patterns.
Nobody should be denied an opportunity or access to resources simply because of the community they live in, or the color of their skin, or how they wear their hat, regardless. You can't judge a book by a cover. You never know the story behind who you're really dealing with until you learn the story. And our story is one that's amazing. Out of all the obstacles that we went through to still be here and really excelling and advancing, regardless of what you give us, we're going to create what we need to get ahead and stay ahead. That's what we've been doing. That's what we keep doing. And so what's next is you'll see him, doing what I'm doing right now, talking to you about what's going on. That's what I'm looking forward to next.